genuinely think I became a different person because I do not recognize what came out of me, but I literally was like, what the f? You tried to eat meat while being pescatarian. I need to confess to you guys, rubbing your naked bodies on each other. Your parents are pretty liberal for immigrant parents. You grew up rich. You've never done something illegal. This is so false. Yes, this is Ghost. Oh my god. Hi guys, it's Haley here, and today we're gonna be playing True or False because I've seen this trend go around on Instagram, but usually like you don't have a lot of space to explain yourself, and I thought like, why not bring the trend from Instagram to YouTube so I could sit down and talk to y'all, because you know that's like my favorite thing to do. Before we go ahead and get started, if you could subscribe, that would mean the world to me. Without further ado, let's get started. I love that like half of these questions are about Tom. I had a feeling that they would be. A lot of you guys said it was love at first sight with Tom. I don't know if I ever actually talked about how we met, but it was in college. It was at UCSB. I'm a junior now, and that was freshman year. Me and my roommate at the time were sitting in the dining commons, and Tom actually like walked up to us and said like, hey, I'm trying to make friends. Is it okay if I sit here? And we were like, yeah, sure. Like we were trying to make friends too at the time. And then we like talked. We were like, what's your major? Whatever. It was not love at first sight. I kind of was like, oh, he's cute. And I was just kind of eating. We just talked, whatever, and then he got up and left, and then my roommate was like, that's my type, like he's so cute. So obviously after she said that, I was like, okay, like he was a physics major at the time, she was a bio major. I'm like a calm girl, so I'm like, I'll just sit in the corner. I think 2 days later he like DM'd me on Instagram and was like, hey, it was nice talking to you. I was wondering if you'd want to get coffee or something. So then I went to my roommate and I was like, hey, like he DM'd me, like is it okay like if I, and she was like, yeah dude, like totally, like go hang out with him. Hands down, our first date was like the best date I've had in my whole entire life. You've never done something illegal. This is so false. I'm not saying I'm like a criminal, but like I've done illegal U-turns. I've probably like walked out of the store without paying for something in the past, like maybe unintentionally or something like that, you know. Just girly things. Oh fuck. You grew up rich. I feel like I've never really like talked about like financial stuff on my channel. I actually did grow up well off, never spoiled. Actually was the opposite of spoiled, where I was well off, but my parents wouldn't like shower me and my sister with like material items at all. They would never throw us huge birthday parties, I don't know, buy us designer things when we were little. Like if they were spending money, it was usually for travel and education. Like those were the two things that they would spend their money on for us. Like we would go on a lot of trips, never stay in like a suite or anything, but they would just be like, let's go to a lot of places. Like they would rather do like a 3-week Europe trip where we go travel a bunch of countries, learn about all their cultures, and stay in like middle class hotels than take us on like a 5-day vacation where we like stay in a suite or like something like that. So even though now looking back I'm like, oh, we were well off, in the past couple years that actually flipped. My family definitely is not at that standard of living anymore, and thankfully I have my channel to be able to kind of like help them out. You should prepare your life for anything, because in the business world anything can happen at any time, and if you're so well adjusted to this luxurious lifestyle, one day if you don't have that anymore, you kind of have to know like what brings you that happiness. Like your priorities kind of need to be set up, or you'll be like, and to this day, like those values that they like implemented into both me and my sister carries on. You guys pointed out too, in my vlog, I'll be like, oh, that one's expensive, let's go with this one. Or like, I'll be like, well, I don't want to spend that much money. Like I say these things in my vlogs, and sometimes people are confused as to like, they're like, I don't get it. Like why is she so worried about spending her money? It's because it's those values that kind of like brought me to this point. All the money that I've made throughout the years, I've just been more like keen on like investing and kind of like not spending as much and saving. And also I have a lot of people that I need to take care of, so I don't like just like live so lavish. I love this one. You probably got arrested at least once. I have not. False. If someone makes you angry, you become a different person. Yes. I need to tell you guys the funniest thing that happened to me. You're literally gonna cry. I literally have told this story to so many people because I still can't believe that it's surreal and it actually happened. Like, I still get some kind of way when I start thinking about it. So the other day I was going into my apartment. By accident, I ended up on a different floor, but I had no idea. And I didn't have keys to my apartment. Tom had my keys. He was also driving to the apartment at the same time as me. So I was basically just waiting in front of the door, like for him to come back so he could unlock the door and we could both go in. And he was like, I'm gonna be there in like 3 minutes. I'm like, okay, cool. So I'm just waiting there and I have the dog with me too, the freaking wolf. And then I start hearing noises coming from inside the apartment and I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, who's in there? I'm like, who could have possibly gone in there? Like, I was just on the phone with Tom. He said he's coming right now. I don't know. I was just like so confused what the noises were. And like while I was thinking, like the door opened and there was this man standing inside there. And he like barely had the door open. He had all these bags in his hand. He saw me and the dog and he goes, oh shit. So naturally, I thought that was my apartment. So I thought it was literally someone like breaking into my apartment, like maybe like just took some stuff or I don't know what I thought. So I literally like became a different person that I really, like when I think of that moment, I look at it as if I'm like an outsider watching a movie or something because I genuinely think I became a different person, like disassociated because I do not recognize what came out of me, but I literally was like, what the fuck? And I was like banging on the door, screaming at this man. I was like, what the fuck are you doing in my apartment? And he shut the door really fast, so I'm like, oh my god, he literally shut the door. Like, he like locked the door. So I'm like banging on the door, like, I should have literally ran away, but like fight or flight kicked in, and I think I'm like not a fighter. Like, I never really thought of myself as that. You know, I'm like 5'3", 100 something pounds, like not exactly the build to kick someone's ass. But I was ready. I guess I'm a fighter, I don't know, good thing. Found out in the moment, my instincts took over and I was gonna beat this guy's ass. Like, I had it set in me and I'm like, Tom's gonna be here in 5 minutes, I have a dog, like, who the fuck, what the fuck are you doing in my apartment? And then he like heard me say like, what the fuck are you doing in my apartment? And he was like trying to open the door. My ass, I was holding the door shut like that with my foot on the wall like that, like not letting him come out because I'm like trapping him in my apartment. Guys, can you imagine that this actually happened to me and this is a real story? Like this, I did this. I don't even like, anyways, when he heard me say that, he goes, this is my apartment. He like yelled at me. I look at the apartment number next to the door and I literally like, life just flows out of me. I fell to the ground. I started bawling my eyes out because I was so embarrassed, but I was so scared and shocked at the same time. So much adrenaline running through my body and I was like crying and I was like, I'm so sorry, I thought this was my apartment. And like the man's like, you fucking scared the shit out of me, but he like still wouldn't come out of his apartment because I really scared him. Like I was scary. He still wasn't coming out of his apartment and I was like, I'm so sorry, like my dog won't do anything. He was like, I'm not leaving until you leave. Like he said something like that and I'm just like, I hate it when people don't like me. Like it's probably an issue that I need to talk to my therapist about. But then I see Tom and he's like, are you okay? And I'm just like crying and he's like, are you okay? What happened to you? And I'm like, ah. So I wrote the man a letter because I felt really bad and I was like, hey, I'm so sorry. Now, every time I like go into the elevator or go to the lobby, I'm in fear for my life. What was the question? If someone makes you angry, you become a different person? Yes, I was so angry that someone like broke into my house. Like I wanted to like teach them a lesson. What are you gonna do to a grown-ass man? Let me know. Your parents are pretty liberal for immigrant parents. I will say they are, honestly, but at the same time, it's like the combination of so many things that I don't just like come out here and speak about in camera because some things are personal. But it definitely did take time for them to kind of like loosen up a little. I don't know if necessarily their mindset has changed, but their reaction to us not following that mindset has changed, if that makes sense. I remember when we first moved here, like my dad, you can't go to a party. If you go to a party, like the first year I had to be home at 11 and then it was like 12, literally all of high school, and like don't wear leggings if you're not tying a flannel around your waist, like things like that. But I've also become financially independent independent, and like it could be difficult, especially if you're still a minor, because it creates this clash in the family. Like for example, if you don't do something that your parents say, like isn't like the first thing that they say like, I put a roof over your head, or they're like, fine, do that, but like not paying for your car, or like I'm taking this away. But like if you're paying for things and they can't like take things away from you, it just creates a little bit of a problem. I think that's why like my story as an immigrant child is a little bit more different maybe. You try to eat meat while being pescatarian. I need to confess to you guys, this is true. Hear me out. Hear me out with this one, okay? This is so dumb. This was my first year of college, so I'd already been pescatarian for like 10th grade, 11th grade, 12th grade, 3 years now. One night in college, freshman year, I got pretty, oh, am I allowed to even say this? I had a lot of fun one night. Apparently I was in Tom's dorm room. I was hanging out with him and his friends, and they ordered this pizza with a lot of bacon on it. And I don't even remember, because I was having such a fun time that like I don't remember because of how much fun I was having. The next day I woke up with this terrible stomach ache, like shitting, pooping, stomach ache, cramping, and I was like, what is happening? Like this is not normal. Like this isn't like how you feel after, you know, usually after you have a really fun night, maybe you feel a little tired the next morning, but this wasn't that type of feeling bad. It was extreme. And I was telling Tom, and he's like, oh yeah, like you had that huge pizza last night. And I'm like, huh? Like what pizza? Like I don't remember. I was having so much fun. And he's like, it was a meat combo. It wasn't even just bacon. Like it was pepperoni, it was bacon bits, and apparently I ate the whole thing. I broke my pescatarianism, but if it does anything, I don't remember. And I also threw up literally everything. So technically I don't know if that breaks it, since it basically left my body. You know? You thought babies were created by kissing until you realized what the fuck was going on. I actually thought I was advanced because I knew that babies weren't made by kissing. I thought babies were made by rubbing your naked bodies on each other. I knew that like babies were also created with sperm going into the egg. I thought like sperm was like a hormone that was like released like through an aura, almost like coming out of your skin, like into there, or I don't know. I thought it was like an energy flow thing. And then when I realized it was like physical and required like penetration, I was like, oh. I very specifically remember in 6th grade, this one girl being like, I get it. I get that the sperm goes into the egg. Then how does it come out of that and end up inside the person? Like it was 6th grade and she had no idea. So she was just like so confused asking these questions. And I wasn't like really saying anything. But at the same time, I was like, dude, like, I'm curious too. Can someone answer her question? And then the teacher like had to literally like explain step by step. And after that class, I was like, what? So thank you to that one girl. She basically carved the way for me to find out how reproduction works. If you make a lot of money from YouTube, like millions, you will quit uni. Girl, how do you know how much money I'm making now? I'm kidding. I'm definitely not making millions yet. This is so fucked up to say, but if it was about money, I would have been out of there by now. I'm over halfway done with my credits, so it just feels stupid giving up now. And also, I like learning, and like that's why I wanted to be in college to begin with. I'm gonna push through until I get my degree. You're scared of death. I think what I'm afraid of is like dying without being able to do everything that I want to do in life. Damn, that was so deep. Wow, that one hurted. But then again, you should be living in every moment and not be living your life to plan for the future. And you know, like if you just live in the moment, then you won't really have those fears and insecurities to begin with. But it's just a work in progress. Thank you for submitting your true and false questions. And don't forget to subscribe, please. It makes me really happy. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in my next one. I love you guys so much. All the way to Pluto and back. Bye. Can I be normal? No.